Hey everyone, Shabby Gaming here, and welcome to our very first episode of Throwdown here in our SWE Universe mode. You've seen Mayhem, you've seen Showdown, and now it's time for the best. Here we are, my brand Throwdown. Two massive matches for you this evening, an Elimination Chamber and a massive US Championship match as well. And here we go, our very first opening match of Throwdown. We're going to see Adam Cole taking on Kyle O'Reilly one-on-one. But of course it's not always one-on-one because we know the Young Bucks and Bobby Fish will all be at ringside. Will any of them have an impact on the match? We'll find out. And here we go. Finally, we are here. Our first match in this brand new Universe mode for Throwdown. I'm really happy with my roster, and I think we're going to see exactly that here this evening. I want to start things off with a bang, which is why we've gone straight in for what could potentially be a main event of any single pay-per-view, and of course that is Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly. Now this is the second time I've recorded this. For some reason, my computer crashed halfway through the video last time, and my game recorder did not save any of it, so I'm having to record this again. It's a shame because that first match I had between Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly was absolutely incredible. So I'm hoping that this one is going to follow that same style. It was a very good match, and it's going to be tricky with Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly because there's so many really good wrestlers on this brand. Of course, we do have for you a main event. I'm going to announce this right now: a 6-man Elimination Chamber to crown the first champion for Throwdown. It's going to be massive. It really is going to be massive. So the fact that Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly weren't able to get in that match just shows the strength and depth we have on this roster. Also tonight we have for you a Fatal 4-Way match for the United States Championship. We have a Fatal 4-Way Extreme Rules match for the Women's Championship here. And we do also have a tag team match of Sumerian Death Squad versus Death by Elbow for the Tag Team Championships. Also, we'll see Eddie Guerrero take on John Morrison. Also, Will Ospreay versus Ricochet. So we've really got an incredible card for you this evening. And this is just the start of Throwdown. Now, Mayhem had a very good card the other night, and I really want to compete against that. And I think this match here to start things off is definitely going to compete. I don't know what you guys think. I don't know what. I'll tell you what, after this episode, you can let me know. Who do you think has won this initial week? Is it going to be Mayhem? Is it going to be Throwdown? What I'm probably going to do is I will probably, at the end of the month, we might have a look at ratings. We might take all the likes, all the views of each show, and see whether it was myself or PJ Toby's show that is currently doing better. So that means make sure you do hit like button on your favourite show, just so I can, hopefully can get some bragging rights with PJ Toby, but. And I'm hoping to get him back at some point as well. We'll do some more stuff because I think the draft was such a fun episode to record. I didn't realise it was going to be that long, but then again, it's probably because we spent a lot of the time talking crap to each other really, and probably going to get ourselves told off for some of the crap that we said as well. But I'm hoping not anyway. So Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole starting things off here, and it's Kyle O'Reilly taking control early on. You see the Young Bucks there at ringside already got in the face of the crowd once or twice. As Adam Cole started getting back up to his feet, but Kyle O'Reilly is staying perched on that top rope. Went for the crossbody, and Adam Cole saw it coming and just slams him down face first into the mat. Now, I changed my mind on this show very late and changed it to black and green, only because I almost fell into the trap of having a red brand and a blue brand, and I really didn't want to do that. I wanted to try and have two different things. So what's going on in real life? That's what I wanted to do. I didn't want to get stuck in the same sort of thing as what WWE tend to try and do. A couple of big right hands to the face there by Adam Cole and slamming Kyle O'Reilly face first into the mat as well. O'Reilly now dropping a knee into the side of the face of Adam Cole. Now remember, Adam Cole has a couple of big signature maneuvers. He likes to go for that the flip pile driver, which I believe is the Panama Sunrise. And he also likes to go for the straight jacket German, which, oh god, I can't remember what he calls that now. Adam Cole, let's just Google it, it's easier that way, isn't it? Oh, big execution there by Kyle O'Reilly. I'm just searching Adam Cole now on the cage match database. Big needs the face there by Cole on Kyle O'Reilly as well. The Florida Key, that's what he calls it. Panama Sunrise is the flip pile driver, and the Panama Key is his straight jacket German. See the crowd not enjoying Adam Cole's taunting as Kyle O'Reilly comes back big. Couple of forearms to the face of Adam Cole, now sending him into the corner. Now you just wonder what sort of impact that the Young Bucks could have at ringside. We know what they're like. They like to get involved, but they might not need to at this rate, as Adam Cole's doing very, very well in this match. Cole now bringing Kyle O'Reilly back up to his feet, up onto the shoulders now. Into the Death Valley driver, onto the knee, and you see Nick Jackson loves that. Now, we don't have Nick and Matt Jackson planned in for this evening for a match. However, Octane in a couple of days' time, I think, will be where the Jacksons really, or the Jacksons, or the Young Bucks, should I call them, will really dominate this universe mode, really. I think the Cruiserweight Tag Team division is designed specifically for them, really. But there are some difficult teams in there for them to face off against. There's obviously Roppongi Vice, who's also on my brand, which is the team of Rocky Romero and Trent Beretta. There's quite a few Cruiserweight tag teams. I'll have to go through and have a look at the draft again when I get a chance. But we've got some real good ones. I've got a... Oh, God, I'm dropping everything now. I do have a list in front of me of the teams that are in the Universe Mode draft. Kyle O'Reilly sending Adam Cole face first in the turnbuckle, follows it up with the dropkick to the back. 1, 2, only a 2 count. Alright, yeah, a couple of good tag teams from Mayhem. They got the Sky Blondes and, of course, the Time Splitters as well. Both Cruiserweight tag teams. Of course, we've got Red Dragon here, classed as a Cruiserweight tag team. The American Wolves, who I think were actually drafted by PJ Toby. I can't really remember that one. DIY as well. I've got the Lucha Dragons. There are some very good tag teams across both of our brands for the Cruiserweight division. That's going to be a really hard fought after championship, that is. And not many... Yeah, I've already got the 2 stable Cruiserweight tag teams. The tag team division on both rosters is looking very, very strong. And it's going to be really well fought for, I think, over on Octane. Which, again, is going to be our Cruiserweight only show. But it's going to be combined rosters of both Mayhem and Throwdown. Just like Showdown was a couple of days ago for the females. Kyle O'Reilly breaking free. Adam Cole catching him once again, sending him into the corner. What a great way this is to start our Universe Mode with such a high-profile match. Like I said, could main event any of our pay-per-views in the future. And I think that's a good thing. I think Adam Cole and... Adam Cole's been busted open. Just that kick by Kyle O'Reilly. Wow, we've got blood already. In our very first match on Throwdown, we're already seeing blood. Yeah, I think both Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly will be a bit disappointing regarding that we do have a 6-man elimination chamber in our main event to crown our first champion. Oh, big super kick to the face there by Adam Cole on Kyle O'Reilly. Yeah, both these guys will be annoyed not to be involved in that main event, but there's so much talent on this roster, which is the difficult thing. And we've got to try and use everyone to the best of their ability. And although it's a cracking match, like I said, it could main event any of our shows, but at the same time, I wanted to start this Throwdown off with a bang, and that's exactly what we have here with Kyle O'Reilly versus Adam Cole. O'Reilly now rolling Cole over. Now, the longer this match goes on, the more difficult it's going to become for Adam Cole, because he's bleeding. Is liquid energy just running from your body, as Kyle O'Reilly just trying to disorientate Adam Cole now with a big swing. Now, Kyle O'Reilly does like to utilise that armbar when he gets a chance. Very proficient with submissions is Kyle O'Reilly. A couple of big shoulder blocks. Ducking the clothesline into that front slam. What does Kyle O'Reilly now have on his mind? Bringing Adam Cole back up to his feet once again. Takes him up, middle of the ring. Brainbuster. Is that going to be enough? Kyle O'Reilly's not even going to go for the pin. He's going to taunt the crowd. Kyle O'Reilly might end up regretting that decision. He needs to pay attention to the man who's in the ring, because Adam Cole is no slouch. O'Reilly slamming the arm of Adam Cole into the mat. And there we go. Kyle O'Reilly took his eyes off Adam Cole for just a few minutes. Or a few seconds, should I say. Now he's been locked into the Florida Key. There it is, the straight jacket German. 2. Oh, it's a 2 count. Kyle O'Reilly had enough left to kick out. Wow. Another big knee to the face there of Adam Cole. And Kyle O'Reilly again. Kyle, have you not learned your lesson from last time? You need to keep your eyes on a man as accomplished as Adam Cole. Adam Cole is the first ever 3-time Ring of Honor champion. You think of all the massive names that Ring of Honor have had in the past, and Adam Cole is the first man to ever win that championship 3 times. That just shows the quality of Adam Cole. And I think all 5 of these guys are hot on the radar of WWE as well. Northern Lights suplex by Kyle O'Reilly, but Adam Cole used great ring awareness there to put his foot underneath the bottom rope, and the referee breaks it for a rope break. Kyle O'Reilly now dragging Adam Cole away from the ropes, dropping a knee into the middle of the back. Potentially just trying to weaken that back for a submission. Maybe we know that O'Reilly likes his submissions, but it looks like he's going to hook in for a Regal Plex, and he does hit it. Bridge for the pin. 1, 2. Oh, God. Only a 2 count again. Wow, what a match this has turned out to be between these two. Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly. This is what we wanted. This is what we wanted. Start off Throwdown with a bang. Now again, like all the shows this week, Throwdown will be a longer episode this time. Normally it's going to be a 5-match show, but tonight it's going to be a 7-match show. We're going to crown all 4 of our brand champions as well. As Kyle O'Reilly now lining up Adam Cole once again. What does he have planned? Taking him up. Into that brainbuster once again. There's the pin. 1, 2. And again, Adam Cole kicked out after 2. Oh, Kyle O'Reilly can't believe it. Adam Cole, you see, oh my God, look at the blood now on Adam Cole's face. He is really struggling in this one, but Adam Cole needs to try and get back into this somehow. And Kyle O'Reilly needs to find the way to finish Adam Cole off. This, let's say for Adam Cole, the longer this match goes, the more difficult it's going to become for him. Adam Cole fighting back into a Russian leg sweep. Oh, on the back of Kyle O'Reilly's head, clipped that bottom rope, I believe. Adam Cole come back with the clotheslines, and now into a super kick. A super kick as well. The excitement's making me cough now. So Adam Cole now lining up. Kyle O'Reilly, big super kick to the face. And Adam Cole has turned this one round, but can he finish it off? No. Kyle O'Reilly playing possum, gets back in with that arm drag. Oh, and a slap by Kyle O'Reilly. Showing absolutely no respect there to his opponent, Adam Cole. And of course, these two guys used to be a tag team together many a year ago. On the indie scene a few years ago, they were known as Future Shock. Only a 2 count. Adam Cole stamping on the face of Kyle O'Reilly, now bringing him back up to a kneeling base and a big knee to the face. Adam Cole now hooking in Kyle O'Reilly once again. And there is the Florida key, and it is enough this time to get the 3 count. Adam Cole does pick up the very first victory of our Throwdown Universe mode. What a great win that was for Adam Cole, and look at that, he's just peeing out with blood here, but he still managed to come from almost the depths of loss to turn this one round into a victory. Wow, Adam Cole showing that he maybe should be considered a lot higher up the card. He's not in the main event this evening, but I think with a victory like that, he's definitely going to be looking very strong. Well, after that fantastic opening match to our Throwdown roster, we're going to try and follow it up here straight away with a fatal 4-way Extreme Rules match for the Women's Championship. We've got Becky Lynch, Kairi, Hojo, Jade, and Taya. Now, I will say that Jade does not look that terrifying when she's actually coming out, honestly. It's just a bad picture, honestly. And here we go for our first championship match here on Throwdown. And here comes first Kairi Hojo. I've done my research now. I know how to pronounce it. Now, Kairi had a fantastic match on Showdown a few days ago, facing off one-on-one against Becky Lynch. And it was Kairi who came out on top of that. So she's the one coming into this with some momentum. And Becky Lynch also in this match is going to be coming into this one looking for some retribution. I like this woman. She's just so cool. I think she's known as a nickname as the Pirate Princess. Hence the mask and the hat. She does take all this off before she wrestles though, I must say. And looking to become our first women's champion here on Throwdown as well. And you've got to put her down as one of the favourites to do so. You really have. However, there are 3 other women in this match that are all going to be really gunning for this belt. They all want to be known as the first ever Throwdown champion. And here comes Jade. There we go. No scary eyes on Jade now. She's looking like she probably should look. Very accomplished wrestler. One of the wrestlers that really got me into watching indie wrestling, I must admit. One of the first indie pay-per-views I ever watched was Combat Zone Wrestling a good few years ago now. And it was this lady here, Jade, or Mia Yim, taking on Greg Excellent in a TLC match. And I looked at that thinking, okay, we got this lady here facing off against a rather large, hairy man in a TLC match. This is not going to be that entertaining, but in all fairness, it was fantastic. And Jade, or Mia Yim, pulled off some absolutely incredible spots, including a sunset flip powerbomb over the top of the ladder, putting Greg Excellent through a table. It was amazing. And I've been hooked on indie wrestling and Mia Yim ever since. Next, of course, is Becky Lynch. Has already appeared once in this universe mode, like I said earlier on, losing to Kairi Hojo a few days ago at Showdown. She's going to want to try and turn this one round. And this will be a fantastic way to do so by winning the Throwdown Women's Championship. This could very much be one of Becky's fortes, this sort of match. Being an Extreme Rules match, I feel that she's got that edge about her, Becky. She's got a little bit crazy. I think she can use a weapon to her advantage. I think so far, probably Mia Yim, like I said, with her background of the TLC match and so forth, and working for Combat Zone Wrestling, she's probably going to be the most confident and the most experienced of weapons, I would imagine. Now, this is something I really do not like doing, but I have done it anyway because I could not stop this lady from being in this match. I am not a fan of double champions. However, Taya was absolutely dominant on Showdown a few days ago when herself and Sexy Star, Los Luchadoras, defeated Charlotte and Dana Brooke for the Tag Team Champions. So Taya is one of the first Tag Team Champions, and she has the opportunity now to become our first Throwdown Champion as well. But like I said, I couldn't say no because she was just so dominant in that match. I just had to put her forward, and she was my joint first pick. Of course, picking the tag team of Los Luchadoras as my first pick meant that we got both Taya and Sexy Star, and again, I just couldn't leave her out the match, could you really? And again, I think weapons are very much in her forte as well. We've seen quite a bit in Lucha Underground. I've only just started watching Season 2, but I've got through to the point where Taya has debuted, and she's amazing. She really is. But her first match was a no-holds-barred match against Brian Cage, and she won that match. Granted, mainly because Johnny Mundo came out and whacked Brian Cage over the head with a steel pipe, but still, you can't take it away from her. She won that match. And can she win this match? Can she become not only our first women's tag team champion here on this universe mode, but potentially a double champion as well? Our first double champion in a long time, because I refuse to let people have 2 champions now, but Taya is somebody who I have lifted the ban for, because you just can't leave her out of this match. So that's what it's for, the Women's Championship here over on Throwdown. We've got Kairi Hojo, Jade, Becky Lynch, and Taya Valkyrie. The bell goes, we are underway. And we are not long away now from crowning our first champion here on Throwdown. We're going to crown all 4 of our champions here this evening. So it's going to be a cracking evening. This is only the second match out of 7 and we're already nearly half an hour into this video. That just shows exactly exactly how good this card's going to be. And of course, like I've said already, we have got a 6-man elimination chamber this evening for the Throwdown Championship, including Kazuchika Okada, Kenny Omega, Hiroshi Tanahashi, Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, and Chris Jericho. We're also going to have a fatal 4-way to become the first United States champion, and that is going to be Shinsuke Nakamura, Jay Lethal, Cody Rhodes, and somebody else who I can't remember. Damn it. I thought my memory was going well there for a second. As Taya taking the top off the turnbuckle pad there. Looking to try and utilise the ring and the environment to her advantage. Also tonight we have John Morrison. So we will see Taya again later on in the corner of John Morrison as he takes on Eddie Guerrero. Of course, John Morrison really making a name for himself recently in Lucha Underground. Of course, we all know of his exploits in the WWE, and there was always rumours that WWE wanted him back, but again, I think due to the Lucha Underground contract, nobody can sign for another TV company until a company on TV, should I say, until the last episode of Lucha Underground has been put on TV. Northern Light suplex there by Jade. And now Jade looking for a brainbuster on Kairi Hoyo. And Jade is looking pretty strong here at the moment. Pretty interesting this thing, because we've literally got someone from everywhere, haven't we? We've got Becky Lynch representing the WWE. We've got Jade representing TNA. We've got Taya representing Mexican wrestling, essentially, AAA and Lucha Underground. And then we've got Kairi Hoyo, who's representing the Japanese side, currently wrestling over in Japan for Stardom. However, Kairi Hoyo has recently started working for Lucha Underground as well, alongside Io Shirai, who I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but we'll soon find out. But she, of course, is over on the Mayhem roster at the moment. So the moment we see Jade and Hoyo on the outside fighting, I'm going to struggle with that. And we do have Taya and Becky Lynch in the ring. Like we said, Hoyo defeated Becky Lynch one-on-one on Showdown. So Becky really looking to get some retribution. I said about Becky maybe looking for some weaponry. I think she's going to be a lot more comfortable with the weaponry than what we think. And there she goes. She does have a kendo stick. Oh, but before she gets a chance to use it, Taya with that big right hand now sending Becky into the corner. Becky fighting back with a back elbow into a jawbreaker though by Taya. As Kairi Hoyo just destroying Jade now on the outside. Oh, but Jade flips back up. Oh, a great kick to the side of the head. And again, it's Jade now looking for a weapon. So I think I've been pretty clever so far with my estimations. And it is Jade who catches Kairi Hoyo right in the side of the face with the sledgehammer. Taya now in the ring. And this is going well here for Taya because she's in control of Becky Lynch. And both Jade and Kairi Hoyo on the outside fighting. Pretty much distracted by themselves. If Taya can take advantage here, she lines up Becky Lynch in for a Northern Light suplex. Oh, we saw this, of course, in that match on Showdown. That beautiful combination, the Northern Light suplex into the suplex. Just showing her strength. Taya now sending Kairi Hoyo to the outside, and Jade with the right hand to the back of Taya. Becky's down. Nobody has gone for the pin yet on Becky because they know that there's no point with the other people in the ring. Oh, great haluva kick there by Jade in the corner on Taya. Drop kick by Jade and another drop kick again on Hoyo. Into a spinning neckbreaker. This match really getting aggressive now as Becky Lynch now taking down Jade. Drop kick across the chest. Oh, and Becky Lynch has that kendo stick. Oh, straight across the face and the upper body of Jade. What a painful move. And oh, Taya just sneaks in. And can she pull off a victory here maybe? Becky's going back underneath the rope. No, Jade fighting back against Taya. Big chop. As Becky Lynch pulling out a table. Now, I don't know on this game if they try and use tables correctly or still use them as a blunt weapon. I think they use them as a blunt weapon, don't they? As Becky now went for the Bexplex, but Jade rolls her up. Everyone's out of position. Can Jade win the championship? Jade does! Wow! Jade steals it. Taya was down. Kairi Hojo was up on the turnbuckle looking to try and take advantage of the grounded... Wow, Jade's the first champion. What a great win that was. Great win there. I was talking about how much Mia Yim really got me into independent wrestling, and it's just perfect that she would be our first women's champion, and our first champion here on Throwdown as well. Wow, well done to Jade. So here we go now, one championship match into the next. We're going to see Death by Elbow, JT Dunne and Kassius Ohno taking on the team of the Sumerian Death Squad, Tommy End and Michael Dante. And here we go to crown our first tag team champions here on this brand. It's going to be pretty damn good. I'm looking forward to this. One of the matches I always wanted to see in the indie scene was Chris Hero versus Tommy End, and that finally was brought to life several occasions a couple of years ago by the likes of Evolve and PWG as well. And this is just taking that one step extra and having the tag teams in there. Now this is... I've really struggled to find a fantastic Chris Hero. This I think is the best one out at the moment. It is a new Kassius Ohno though, rather than Chris Hero. I was just going to rename him to Chris Hero, but it doesn't make sense when he's got like Chris Hero and everything, Kassius Ohno and everything written on his trunks. We're going to need to change some of the musics up because everyone's got the same music at the moment, haven't they? But there we go, the Sumerian Death Squad got Tommy End there on the right, covered in the tattoos, and Michael Dante here on the left. Of course, Tommy End recently signed with WWE, now being known as Alistair Black, I believe it is. And made his, I suppose, if you look at it, he made his debut for WWE in the UK tournament by essentially cashing in on Neville's Open Challenge, I suppose, if you look at it that way. But these two guys are a cracking tag team. I've watched them quite a lot live across the UK indie scene. And it would not surprise me if these two guys became our first tag team champions. It's going to be a big, hard-hitting match, this one. Lots of massive, vicious strikes. This is going to be good. This is the match that I've been really looking forward to. We're going to crown our second champion in our third match here. That's what it's for, the Tag Team Championships. Not the best belt in the world, but it does the trick. The generic referee holds the belts up high. And we're about to go. We're going to start things off with Kassius Ohno and Tommy End in the ring. Wow. The match I wanted to see, we're going to start off with him in the ring. Tommy End's tattoos on this core are absolutely fantastic. They're absolutely perfect on every single level. I'm still not 100% sure on his face, but I do think the core's really good. I do think it's really good. Tommy End now going up to the top rope. He does like to utilise a double foot stomp as one of his finishing manoeuvres. But goes for a moonsault instead. Now you will see a lot from Tommy End. There's a lot of kicks. He does have a good, I think it's a kickboxing background. But again, you'll probably match it up with the strikes of both JT Dunne and Chris Hero. They like to go for their elbows and the kicks as well. Very stiff fighters, all the guys in this ring, really. Although I think that Michael Dante might end up being more of a powerhouse than the others. As now JT Dunne makes his way into the ring. Catching Tommy End, into a butterfly powerbomb. And just stamping on the back of the arm of Tommy End. And JT Dunne looking pretty good here. I've not seen much of JT Dunne, to be completely honest with you, but I really want to have this tag team as part of our universe mode. Of course, both these tag teams now don't exist anymore, do they? I suppose, with Chris Hero and Tommy End both joining WWE. And Michael Dante and JT Dunne both still being left on the indie scene. It's a bit of a shame. I think JT Dunne's a young up-and-comer, though. I think he was very much a protege of Chris Hero. So I think another year or two on the indie scene, he might end up getting to the sort of level where WWE might consider bringing him in as well. I don't know what the idea is with Chris Hero now. He wasn't necessarily a main eventer in NXT, was he, when he left? But he was having a pretty good feud against Regal. So I think he was definitely in the eye, but not necessarily a main eventer. But now since he's come back, it looks like he is unofficially put himself forward for the championship by coming back and did he motion to the championship to Nakamura? But then again, Nakamura might not have the belt. It's all going to wait to see what happens this weekend. I'm looking forward to that. I've actually got the time off work so I can watch NXT and I can watch Royal Rumble live, which I'm looking forward to doing that. JT Dunne now looking for the superplex and lands it perfectly. Tommy End in some pain as JT Dunne back up to the middle rope. Oh, great overcastle there. I'll tell you what, JT Dunne has been dominant since he came in the ring. Tommy End is really struggling and needs to make that tag out to Michael Dante if he gets the chance. Or we could have brand new tag team champions here. We're going to have brand new tag team champions either way, but we could have very dominant brand new tag team champions. Hero with a pin. Only enough for a 1 count as Michael Dante gets sent over the top rope by JT Dunne. And Dunne still just showing his aggression here. Chris Hero, a big knee to the face of the grounded Tommy End, but tries to bring him up at end, playing possum, catches Kassius Ohno, tripling him over. I'm glad that Kassius has come back now, because the fact that he's come back now in January means that he's on time to be scanned for the brand new 2K18 game. And I know I keep talking about this all the time, about all the people that are now going to be scanned for the game. We've got Tommy End could be on there if they put him on TV pretty soon. Bobby Roode, Roderick Strong. There's quite a few, isn't it? Eric Young now as well. All of Sanity, really. Oh, what a spiked power driver that was. Of course, we've got the return of Kurt Angle. I'm pretty sure Kurt Angle will be on the game as part of the Hall of Fame. I'm hoping not. I'm hoping he's part of the game before the Hall of Fame showcase, because the showcases don't come out till really late. Like, we're still waiting for the Hall of Fame one to come out in this game now, and that's going to have people like Jacqueline and the Godfather and people we could have picked. We could have had the Godfather and his hose on this game. Pin now by Kassius Ohno on Tommy End. Ohno for a 1 count and Michael Dante in with that big kick to the back of Chris Hero. I'm getting confused now myself. Even though Kassius Ohno has his name written on the back of his trunks, I still keep getting it wrong. Tommy End now looking to get some aggression, but again, Kassius Ohno just catching him and taking him down with that shoulder block. Death by elbow is looking in such a strong position here. We could see a pretty dominant win here at this rate. Tommy End now taking Kassius onto his shoulders, drops him down, big kick to the side of the head. And like I said, that is what Tommy End is good at, those big kicks. Doesn't make the tag out to Michael Dante, though. Probably should do while he has the opportunity. He's taken a lot of damage so far, Tommy End. Dante's not been in the ring once yet. Armbreaker there by Kassius Ohno, now taking Tommy End up. Oh, into that spiked pile driver. There's the pin, but Tommy End managed to get his foot underneath the bottom rope. Good ring awareness there by Tommy End. Not great ring positioning, though, by Chris Hero. JT Dunne is back in now. He's going to try and take advantage of the grounded Tommy End. I'm surprised that Tommy is under this much pressure. Michael Dante in to break it up, and Dante needs to get in the ring. He needs to be tagged in here by Tommy End. JT Dunne, not sure what he's got planned here. He was sort of signalling to Tommy End to get back up to his feet, but now slides back in the ring, sends him into the turnbuckle. Oh, Tommy End fighting back. There's a clubbing blow against the back of the arm of JT Dunne. Now kick to the back as well. End now bringing JT Dunne back up to his feet. Hooking him in to a brainbuster. Now can Tommy End make that all-important tag? No, again he's just bringing JT Dunne back up to his feet. Drops him into that big kick to the side of the head. But he's not finished yet. Went for the drop kick to the side of the head, but JT Dunne avoids the drop kick and goes for some. Oh, he went for the big back fist that probably could have knocked Tommy End clear out, but End avoided the back fist. And look at the reversals here by these two now. There's JT Dunne, who does get in control, looking for that shin breaker. Clever move there by JT Dunne. Knows that a lot of Tommy End's aggression does come from the kicks. So taking a shin breaker could be a great way to try and weaken a lot of Tommy End's aggression. JT Dunne now dragging Tommy End into the middle of the ring. Great step up into Guri, Shining Wizard style to the back of the head of Tommy End. And Tommy End needs to make this tag. I don't know why he hasn't done it when he's had the chance. As JT Dunne now lining him up. There's that big elbow to the face of Tommy End. That could knock him clean out. There's the pin. And Michael Dante is in to break it up. The referee was incredibly slow down. Tommy End needs to make this tag. He can't continue on this way. Tommy End with the arm drag. Again, though, just backing away from his own corner. Taking JT Dunne down without takedown. Something going to get a cough back again, I think. Again, the big gutbuster. This is a combination move, isn't it? Drop kick to the side of the head of JT Dunne as well. And Tommy End still not going for the tag. Come on, Tommy. You need to make the tag. You can't do this on your own. You have a teammate for a reason. As JT Dunne now locking the arms. Oh, into that gutbuster. Beautiful move. I'm really impressed with JT Dunne in this match. He seems to have the strength. Oh, super kick. Super kick by Tommy End. Caught JT Dunne out there. The crowd are shouting, this is awesome. And I tend to agree. There's the pin by Tommy End. 1. It's only a 2 count. Tommy End still not made the tag, but he could have won this match 1-on-2 there for a second. Again, Tommy not making the tag. I think he tried to there, but the game glitched out. Tommy End taking JT Dunne up into a spiked pile driver. I wonder what Michael Dante said. Is this a plan for the Sumerian Death Squad to try and keep Tommy End in the ring for as long as possible and keeping Michael Dante fresh? It's possible. There's a GTS there by JT Dunne straight into the pin. Again, it's only enough for a 2 count. It might be a tactic by the Sumerian Death Squad to try and keep Michael Dante as fresh as possible and letting somebody else take a lot of the damage. Oh my word. Looked like he was going to go for a neck breaker there, but just went for the full-on elbow to the back of the head of Tommy End. And I'm surprised that JT Dunne did not go for the pin straight away. The thing about that elbow is that you just can't see it coming. You can't protect yourself for it. And there it is again, that big forearm to the face. There's the pin. But again, Michael Dante is there to break it up. Tommy End, you need to make the tag, and if you do, you've got a fresh man who's taken no damage so far. Tommy End. Oh, JT Dunne flips out into an arm drag. JT Dunne has really impressed me in this match. I'm starting to think that he could actually be a cruiserweight version of Chris Hero, which would be fantastic. I've not currently got him included in our Octane roster, but I'm pretty sure he could be very much used in there. Tommy drop now into a scoop slam by JT Dunne. Bringing Tommy End back up to his feet. Super kick as well. Tommy End has taken such a beating in this match, but still yet to make a single tag into Michael Dante. You can see Kassius Ohno struggle on the outside every now and again because he's taken some damage in this one. Lion salt by JT Dunne as well. And again, just lining up that elbow. And again, just clatters Tommy End in the side of the face. There's the pin. Can Michael Dante get across once again? No, Kassius Ohno caught him. And it's only a 2 count. Tommy End kicked out. Wow. For the first time, Kassius Ohno was able to block off Michael Dante. Wow, this match has just been incredible between these two teams, but I'm just surprised that Michael Dante has not managed to get any time in the ring legally yet. Tommy End, every time he's had the opportunity to make the tag, he just seems to continue on the fight. I'm not quite sure why. Chris Hero now, Tommy End playing possum there, slamming Chris Hero down onto his shoulder. And like I said, it could be a fantastic plan here by the Sumerian Death Squad to keep one man completely fit. You can see JT Dunne on the outside done some fantastic work, but you can see he's tired and struggling, whereas Michael Dante is still completely fresh. If Tommy End can bring Dante in, he could dominate this match now. It could end up being a fantastic play here by the Sumerian Death Squad. or it could end up coming back on the backside. As Chris Hero with the cravat style suplex. Now again, just dragging Tommy End into the middle of the ring. Tommy fighting back with a jawbreaker. And a big kick to the side of the head, and another one as well. Tommy End, like I said, known for his kicks and his clotheslines. Kassius Ohno over the top rope, and Tommy just staring down at the ground at Ohno. And Tommy End, what's he going to go for here? Oh, suicide dive, just taking Kassius Ohno out now. So I'm not quite sure how this would work. If this match ended in a double count out, or if this match ended in a count out, considering that the obviously the champions are currently vacant, would the winner win the match by count out on this game? There's no champion's advantage, is there, I suppose? So now JT Dunne and Chris Hero working together. I know I'm going to keep calling Chris Hero and Kassius Ohno over and over again. I'm hoping that's not going to be too much of a problem. You all know who I'm talking about. But I'm pretty sure at the moment that JT Dunne is definitely going to be considered in the Cruiserweight division. He just seems to be so good at the moment, and I'm really impressed. Like I said, I've not seen much of JT Dunne before. I brought him in solely to have an extra tag team with Chris Hero, and I thought it was a really good core as well. And now that I've seen how he acts in the ring on this game, he looks fantastic. And a Pele kick as well to Tommy End, who falls flat on his backside. And again, I just can't believe they haven't made the tag yet. Cannot believe that they haven't made the tag. Tommy End fights through that boot to the face of JT Dunne, now spins him round. Michael Dante is in the ring. Tommy End goes for the dragon suplex, has the legs. Arms hooked. Oh, that's only a 2 count. I thought that could have done it there. Michael Dante came across and blocked off Kassius Ohno. I thought that was going to be it there for a second. But still, Tommy End declines against making the tag. It has technically been a 1-on-2 match so far. Oh, there's that short. Whoa! Tommy End completely overselling that. That was a rock stunner, that was. Tommy End went to take JT Dunne up. Looked like for another brainbuster, but JT Dunne fighting out into the neckbreaker. Dunne, oh, big super kick right into the face of Tommy End. Now Dunne dragging Tommy End into the middle of the ring. Rolling thunder. And again, for the 4th time in the match, JT Dunne looking to line Hero up. Went for that big elbow, but Hero avoids it. Oh, sorry, Tommy End avoids it. Into a full Nelson slam. Bringing JT Dunne back up to his feet. In for that pile driver once again. Now JT Dunne's been busted open as well. Tommy End with a pin. 1, 2. Dante takes out Kassius Ohno. They've done it! Oh my god, they've done it! The Sumerian Death Squad have won the Tag Team Championships. How have they done that? Wow. JT Dunne and Chris Hero dominated this match for such a long period of time. I've got no idea how the Sumerian Death Squad have been able to pull that off. It just shows the tactics they had there to keep Tommy End in the ring. And to keep a fit man on the outside in Michael Dante. It seemed to work really, really well. I was convinced that JT Dunne and Kassius Ohno were going to be our first tag team champions for a long portion of that match. But the Sumerian Death Squad have proved me wrong. And it's going so well for me at the moment because it was Mia Yim who really got me into independent wrestling, and finding out the women's wrestlers weren't just the ones that WWE were putting out there. And the Sumerian Death Squad were my favourite tag team on the UK indie scene for such a long time. And Tommy End is one of my favourite wrestlers in the world. So I'm so happy the way the championships are going at the moment. Wow. What a match. But it's just one great match into another, isn't it? Ricochet versus Will Ospreay. One of the best matches from 2016 from the best of the Super Juniors over in New Japan is going to be recreated here on Throwdown. And here we go, in one of the best matches I think we could possibly put out. It's also going to be a great sort of indication of how good our Octane show is going to be as well. With 2 of the best cores we have, this Ricochet is just incredible. It looks like he's actually on the game properly, doesn't it? That is the power of Eamon. Eamon is a fantastic core creator, he is. I don't know. He's just I don't know how he does it, I really don't. We've got this Ricochet and then Will Ospreay as well. It's two guys that I managed to draft to my brand that I think are going to dominate Octane. I know that PJ Toby was very annoyed when I picked Ricochet because I think he was on the verge of getting him himself. But I made sure that I was not going to miss out on both of these greatly talented wrestlers. Two of my favourite wrestlers, and I sort of got into that mode in the draft of... it was almost trying to pick one pick for strength and then one pick because I really wanted the wrestler, and that's sort of how it worked. And that's why I ended up with quite a lot of my favourite wrestlers, like the Sumerian Death Squad and like Ricochet, like Will Ospreay. Of course, I've got Bullet Club over here as well as Chaos. I've got Tanahashi in the main event this evening as well. Got Nakamura. I've got some amazing wrestlers. John Morrison, Eddie Guerrero as well. We got some other guys. We've got some of the lower card guys like Psychosis and Hooven too, which I'm really looking forward to using. They're not here tonight though, but they probably will be on Octane at some point. I'm gonna grab my roster. One second. I'm gonna grab my roster. Right, I've got my roster now. I've got me written down roster. Of course, you can check out all the roster and the news and all that sort of stuff if you go to the link in the description below. There will be a link to the blogger page, and the blogger page will show you exactly all of this stuff that can happen on both shows, all of the rosters, all the champions, all the championships, all the up-to-date news, everything you could possibly want really to keep up to date with this universe mode. And I need to use it as well because it confuses the hell out of me sometimes. So yeah, I've got some really good stuff on here. We've got Bullet Club, Chaos, Red Dragon. Red Dragon, my third pick they were, showing how strong they really are. Got the Wyatt family, Death by Elbow, Sumerian Death Squad, The Revival, Nakamura, Kevin Owens, Zack Sabre Jr., Ricochet, Chris Jericho, Seth Rollins, Randy Savage, Austin Aries, Jay Lethal, Eddie Guerrero, Bobby Roode, Pentagon Jr., Jake the Snake Roberts, Dean Malenko, James Storm, Tanahashi, John Morrison, Pete Dunne, The Ascension, Neville, Lucha Dragons, Los Ingobernables, Ric Flair, The Great Muta, Marty Skull, Michael Elgin, Rey Mysterio, Jack Gallagher, Psychosis, Dave Mastiff, Joey Ryan, Juventud, and Noam Dar. Really a strong roster. I'm really loving my roster. I really am. But you'll have to let me know in the comment section below. Who do you think's got the strongest roster? Is it myself or was it PJ Toby over on Mayhem? That's the question. I think PJ Toby's gone much more of a balanced roster, I suppose. He's got some legends in there. He's got some Attitude Era names. He's got some up-and-comers. He's got some strong style. He's got some fast wrestlers. Whereas I seem to have gone very much for one style, I believe. But that's the style I want to have. I want to have high speed. I want to have high-class wrestling. I want every single match to put out to be absolutely fantastic. And so far, I think tonight, every match put out has been very, very good. And this is only the fifth... Is this the fifth match? It's the fourth match of the evening. We are an hour into the video and we've only had 4 matches. And we still have to come for you this Fatal 4-Way for the United States Championship. We have got Eddie Guerrero versus John Morrison. Of course, we still have that 6-man Elimination Chamber to crown the first champion here on Throwdown. Will Ospreay now looking for that Salida del Sol and hits it beautifully. Like I said, normal episodes won't be this long. It's just a special one because it is our first show. We really wanted to bring the best quality wrestling. And I've really done that with some very historic feuds in the very historically great matches in the shape of Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly earlier, and of course Will Ospreay versus Ricochet. And I'm going to sneeze. No, I'm not. Yes, I am. Oh, inverted 450. That's actually one of Will Ospreay's finisher maneuvers, but he doesn't go for the pin. He could end up regretting that, Will Ospreay. And part of me thinks I should have done this match here now, thinking about it, because this match could have potentially been our main event for Octane. It could have been for the Cruiserweight Championship. But then again, there's so many massive names over on Octane that are going to go for that championship. We've got Rey Mysterio Jr., of course, from my brand as well. Got Jushin Liger from over on Mayhem. Have a look at the Mayhem roster. Have they got any good cruiserweights over there? I'm sure they have. They've got DIY, Johnny Gargano, and Tommaso Ciampa, the American Wolves, David Richards, and Eddie Edwards. Mustache Mountains, Tyler Bate is going to be over there as well. And Kota Ibushi, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Sami Zayn, Cruiserweight as well. Sky Blondes, Jack Evans and Angelico. The Time Splitters, Kushida and Alex Shelley. He's got some real good cruiserweights over there, actually. Jushin Liger, Akira Tozawa, Phoenix, Drago, Andrew Everett, Trevor Lee. So it's going to be a very hotly contested show, I think. And if you look at some of the stables as well, of course, we've got X-Pac. We've got Owen Hart. Owen Hart's a big name, isn't it, for the cruiserweight division. We're going to use him there. And also Brian Pillman as well. Ricochet now into a neckbreaker. Into the pin now. There's 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Can't keep Ospreay down. Ricochet now sending Ospreay over his shoulders. Now locks in the front chanty. What has he got planned? A big knee to the face. And once again, I'm sure every match so far we've had blood. I think apart from the women's match. And we have blood once again as Ricochet looks it in for this sunset flip bomb and hits it. Doesn't stay in for the pin though. Ricochet now then bringing Ospreay back up to his feet. Went for the Pele kick, but Ospreay ducked it. Went for the drop kick to the knee, but then Ricochet ducked it. Northern Lights suplex. And a standing shooting star press by Ricochet. I'm surprised we haven't done this as a random match yet. I'm surprised that no one actually suggested this one, to tell the truth. As Ospreay slowly getting back up to his feet. Ricochet catches him. Great. Oh, what a beautiful tornado DDT. And now just stamping on the gut of Will Ospreay. Ospreay fighting Ricochet away though as he tried to catch a hold of the leg. Ospreay stamping on the back of Ricochet. Now up onto the corner. What is Ospreay looking for here? He's already hit one inverted 450. Now he went for the 680 senton on Ricochet. A move that Ricochet likes to use himself to finish off matches. Oh, and it's not enough. Ricochet kicks out. Every single one of these matches so far has been 5-star. We need to get Meltzer in the crowd, don't we? Now only a 2 count now for Ricochet over Ospreay. Ricochet went for the lion salt. And I think of both these guys, you never know. Both these guys could be considered at some point in the main event as well. No reason why not. Ricochet, of course, dominating Lucha Underground for a massive portion of time as Prince Puma. Ricochet drop kick to the seated Will Ospreay. And now Ricochet up in the corner. Ospreay's gone heel of recent as well. I don't know if a lot of people have seen that. I don't know if that's over in Japan or just in... I think it is actually, because didn't he go heel for Ring of Honor as well? Which doesn't really suit because if he's part of Chaos alongside, of course, Okada and Roppongi Vice. Roppongi Vice. And of course you've got Tomohiro Ishii there as well. I think all of those guys are face apart from Ospreay then. 680 cents on Ricochet. Ricochet trying to show Ospreay how to do it, and Ricochet can only get a 2 count himself. Both these guys really showing some incredible resilience in this match, both being hit by a finisher from the opponent. But if Ricochet can just outlast Ospreay, like I've said earlier on in the evening, the blood streaming from Ospreay's face is going to make it a lot more difficult for him. Ospreay now sending Ricochet into the corner face first. Spinning Ricochet around. Went for that big chop, but Ospreay just taking too long, but does fight Ricochet back to get back in control. And these two guys seem to have very similar movesets, don't they? The sunset flip bomb. And it's enough. It is enough for Will Ospreay to defeat Ricochet. And what a massive win that is for Ospreay. That's really going to boost him up the rankings, not only here on Throwdown, but of course, that's going to put Ospreay in a strong position over on Octane as well. And I think with that victory, I think it would only be fair between myself and PJ Tova if we both put one member of our roster forward as our best cruiserweight to go for the championship on Octane. And I think that win there for Ospreay over Ricochet, for me, means that I should push Ospreay forward as my contender for the Cruiserweight Championship. I'll have to get a hold of PJ Tovey and see who he wants to push forward. But for me, Will Ospreay is our #1 contender for the Cruiserweight Championship. And here we go now for another incredible looking match. We have got a fatal 4-way to crown our first United States champion. We have got the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, Shinsuke Nakamura, Tetsuya Naito, and Jay Lethal. And here we go, then with another massive, massive match to crown our first United States champion here on the brand. It's going to be an incredible one, this one. And the first man out for this match is was he my first singles pick? I think he was. Let's have a look at my list. Yep, he was my first singles pick, Shinsuke Nakamura. It's amazing to think he's my first singles pick, however he's not in the main event here this evening. That just shows how strong the roster was in the end. But I think a lot of the picks were not necessarily... I think a lot of them sometimes were knowing PJ Tovey and knowing the sort of people he was going to pick and just making sure that I got a hold of certain people beforehand, because I knew that Shinsuke Nakamura would be somebody that he would want as well. So I got him very, very early to make sure that we did get a hold of him here for Throwdown. So my heat has just collapsed. I'm just trying to put it back up again. There we go. So I can't give you a favourite for this one because everyone's amazing. Everyone is amazing in this match. Shinsuke Nakamura, of course, the current NXT champion and one of the best wrestlers in the entire world. You've got Cody Rhodes, who now that he's left WWE and gone on a singles run in the indie scene, he's really getting over and really developing his character incredibly well as a heel as well. You've got Tetsuya Naito, who has really, over the last year or so, redeveloped himself into one of the hottest properties in New Japan Pro Wrestling. And then, of course, you've got Jay Lethal, one of the men who has been a dominant force in indie wrestling and, of course, Ring of Honor for some time now, winning both the television and the Ring of Honor championships at the same time, really showing how much he has grown over the last few years, which is why we're giving this opportunity this evening. And here is Tetsuya Naito, one of the best calls I think I've got. It's a very, very good looking one. And we have got a few Japanese guys on this game. I can't tell, has he got Eve Marie's music? I think he has, you know. Let's just keep talking about that so no one notices them. Yeah, we've got a much more Japanese sort of base roster, I think, than PJ Tovey, because obviously my first two picks were Bullet Club and Chaos. We've also got Los Ingobernables. We've also got LIG. We've got Tanahashi as well. We've not got that many Japanese wrestlers, but I tried to keep it very even. We've got a few... We haven't actually got that many Mexicans, have we? We've got Pentagon Jr. We've got Pentagon Jr. We've got Eddie Guerrero, if you want to count as a Mexican wrestler. We've got Taya and Sexy Star, I suppose. We've got Psychosis and Juventud. Of course, PJ Tovey did get Phoenix and Drago, which I was a little bit disappointed about. But at the same time, I didn't think when I got towards the end that I had any space for them anyway. Look at this, Cody Rhodes, the brand new one we downloaded right before it started, and it's a great one. Look, full Bullet Club attire, his brand new American Nightmare T-shirt as well, which I might try and get hold of this week. I get paid in a couple of days' time, so I might treat myself to a few pro wrestling tees. And can Cody Rhodes become our first United States champion? Being the American Nightmare, it would be a very good one for him to win the United States Championship. I suppose the US Championship doesn't really make... If you think about it logically, it doesn't make a huge amount of sense calling it the United States Championship, does it really? But I'm not going to moan. Let's just forget about it. It was a nice looking belt, so I just stole it, basically. I'm not going to lie, that's exactly what I did. And here comes the fourth man in this match. It is going to be Jay Lethal, a man who, like I said earlier on, has really just the last sort of 5 years, he's really just sort of turned a corner and gone from being used as a mid-carder and opener on several shows to now being one of the top wrestlers in America, if not the world. Putting on some absolutely fantastic matches. A great heel as well. He's come a long way since being the Black Machismo, hasn't he? And he could really take that full circle here by winning the United States Championship. But it's going to be very, very difficult. All four, like I said, all four of the guys in this match, I can't pull them apart. I can't. They're just all so good. I could not tell you who I think is going to win this one. I sort of hope that Cody would win it, because I just think that being the American Nightmare, I think, would suit the United States Championship, I think. But again, it's just, it could really go either way, this one. And you've got to think, if someone like Naito was to win the belt, it could become very difficult for anyone to win it back, because, of course, then you would have the force of Los Ingobernables. Los Ingobernables. LIG. You know, LIG there at ringside for most matches trying to help. But then again, you've got the same thing for Cody Rhodes. Should he win that belt, I'm pretty sure that you probably see the Young Bucks, maybe Kenny Omega, maybe Adam Cole, maybe all at ringside trying to make sure that belt does stay around the waist of the Bullet Club man. And I'm pretty sure Bullet Club will be looking to try and get as much gold as possible. And they've got an opportunity here this evening to do so. If Cody Rhodes can win this match, and then you've got, of course, Kenny Omega in our main event looking to win the Throwdown Championship in that 6-man elimination chamber. But the odds are against everyone in that match, aren't they, really? So here we go, 1 hour and 15 minutes into this video, and we are only on our 5th match. We've got 2 matches left after this one. This is a pay-per-view quality episode of Throwdown to start things off. There is the United States Championship. A pretty nice looking belt, actually. I'm quite happy with that one. As Shinsuke Nakamura, Tetsuya Naito, Cody Rhodes, and Jay Lethal. And I'm going to sneeze again. Am I going to sneeze? Nope. Yep. Nope. No, I'm not going to sneeze. I need to sneeze. See Jay Lethal dropping straight out. Jay Lethal dropping straight outside and getting a chair. But Nakamura just taking that chair straight away from him, as we see Naito and Cody Rhodes staying in the ring. I'm just looking at this match now, and it just looks amazing, doesn't it? These 4 guys in the ring together, and we're going to have so many of these amazing matches throughout this universe mode. I'm really excited about this one. I must admit, towards the end of the last one, I started to get a bit bored. I'm pretty sure you guys did as well, because the views started to drop. And I think this one, there's just so many amazing names on these cards. I think this one, we can really have some incredible matches week in, week out. And some of our pay-per-views are going to be incredible as well. Big knee to the face, and Jay Lethal, they're sending now Nakamura back into the ring. Jay Lethal with a cutter on Nakamura now, as Naito locking in the head scissors. Oh, Jay Lethal, I think he only just clipped Naito, but caught the referee in the shins as well. As now Cody Rhodes and Naito drop to the out. Now all guys are outside the ring. And this one's going to get down and dirty. Now on the outside, backstabber there by Shinsuke Nakamura on Naito. And like I said, we're going to see, I think probably, like I said, we're only going to have 5 matches in a normal episode of Throwdown. But what I probably will do is I'll probably keep it to a 7-match card. We'll just have a couple of dark matches, so I might do a few here and there, just like dark 6-man tags, just to try and build some people up. And I'm thinking Los Ingobernables. I'm thinking LIG would be definitely one of those to do, because of course with LIG we do have Bushi, Evil, Sanada, as well as Takahashi and Naito. And it's only Naito who's made his way onto the card here this evening. I'm pretty sure we'll see all those guys at some point, but again, I'm pretty sure they'll all be at ringside should someone like Naito have a big match, a big singles match, maybe for a championship or even defending a belt. Jay Lethal going up to the top. We know he likes to utilise that big dive and elbow as part of his Black Machismo gimmick. And no, he went for the... Was that a diving headbutt by the looks of it? I thought he was going to go for a splash, but I think it was a diving headbutt in the end. And Jay Lethal controlling Cody Rhodes in the middle of the ring now, as Naito locking in, or looks to be an Indian deathlock on the outside of the ring. Just forcing that knee of Nakamura. That's not a great place for him to be. As Cody Rhodes disaster kick right to the side of the head of Jay Lethal. Into the pin he goes. Referee starts the count. 1, 2. Wow, almost a 3 count straight away. Ho, 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 ho. Naito now sent into the corner by Nakamura. One of these two guys is gonna have to keep an eye on Cody Rhodes because he almost won the belt there from that disaster kick, just showing how that big kick to the side of the head could have just knocked Jay Lethal out there clean. Cody Rhodes now sliding to the outside. That leaves Nakamura and Jay Lethal on their feet. Nakamura now sending Jay Lethal to the outside, and Nakamura joins him. I'm surprised Nakamura didn't continue to work over Naito in the middle of the ring. Of course, in these sort of matches, there's no disqualifications, no countouts, but all pinfalls and submissions must take place within the confines of the ring. That was a mouthful. Cody Rhodes completely avoids that dropkick to the knee, but Naito does catch him now. And this would be a great match if this happened in real life. I imagine they'll give Cody some big stuff sooner or later. Of course, he had that pretty decent match at Wrestle Kingdom against the Juice. Also CJ Parker from NXT, of course. He had a pretty good match with him. It wasn't fantastic on the quality of the other matches, but I think as far as a debut match goes to be put over, I think it was very good. And I think as soon as Cody gets some big quality matches against the likes of Naito here, which probably is a likelihood to get a match against Naito. I think Bullet Club is looking very, very strong at the moment. If you think they do have Adam Cole, Kenny Omega, and Cody Rhodes, of course, there is that rumour that Kenny Omega is leaving. I think he has... Well, his contract with New Japan has expired, but he hasn't necessarily said that he's definitely leaving. If New Japan offer a new contract that is suitable and WWE don't offer anything, then I'm pretty sure that Kenny Omega will go back to New Japan. Jay Lethal, big boot to the gut of Cody Rhodes, but Cody then catches him in that power slam. All four of these guys really going for it in this match. Jay Lethal now with that shoulder block. Nakamura now getting the crowd behind him, using his charisma. It's amazing, a man who does not speak much English at all still has 200,000 times more charisma than Roman Reigns, isn't it? It's amazing. It's just... Charisma just is something, isn't it? It's that X factor of wrestlers. Naito now, big forearm, but Nakamura fights back with a forearm of his own, and now all of a sudden all four guys are back in the ring. Naito spinning Nakamura around, and wow, caught a German suplex with a leg hooked as well. And again, all four guys drop to the outside the ring. Jay Lethal, big chop there on Cody Rhodes, but now Naito sending Lethal back into the ring. Elbow across the face, and now Cody Rhodes slides back in as well. Naito talks in the crowd, but again, you have to be on your toes just in case someone like Cody Rhodes went for the pin there with Jay Lethal. You never know when you could lose the championship. Both Naito and Cody trying to get a hold of Jay Lethal, but wow, what a clothesline to the back of the head that was. By... Wow, that's a pretty dodgy position there by both Naito and Jay Lethal. Wow. Should we get them a room? Oh, they're both rolling over now. Big right hand. There we go. It's not quite as bad, but they were just like piled on top of each other there for a few seconds. So Cody has gone a bit more submission based, I've noticed, since leaving WWE, and I think that's to try and show a bit more of his technical prowess in the ring. I don't think he wants to be known as just the guy that WWE had. He doesn't want to be known as Stardust, obviously. There goes Naito outside the ring as well, and Jay Lethal follows him out. I thought Nakamura was going to catch Lethal then. Nakamura does come out to join Lethal as he went for that drop kick to the face of Nakamura. But Lethal's DDT there to Naito on the ground was pretty aggressive as well. Lethal now sending Nakamura back into the ring, knowing that with both Cody Rhodes and Naito down, this is Jay Lethal's chance to try and get the pin over Nakamura, but he's probably not picked the best guy to try and get the win over. Jay Lethal's up on the top rope. Is he looking for the elbow drop? This time he does look for the elbow drop, but I think Cody Rhodes just almost pulled Nakamura out the way, and Jay Lethal dropped to the ground hard. Again, all 4 guys in the ring, but for how long? Reverse DDT there by Cody Rhodes on Jay Lethal. As a kick to the inside of the groin there by Shinsuke Nakamura. Cody with a knee drop. It's so difficult to commentate on a Fatal 4-Way because there's just so much action going on at once. There goes Nakamura to the outside. Naito now sending Cody Rhodes to the outside. And again, Naito and Jay Lethal had the opportunity there to fight off against each other to try and win this match, but decided against it. They're both going to go outside and continue the assault, but now they do meet each other on the outside as Jay Lethal sending Naito back into the ring. Big elbow across the face. Lethal back in the ring. If he can get a pin here over Naito, both Cody Rhodes and Nakamura down the outside, it'd be a massive win this for Jay Lethal if he could. Cody Rhodes now catches Lethal, takes him up into a powerbomb. There's the pin. 1. Oh, it's broken up straight away there by Shinsuke Nakamura. Cody Rhodes now sending Nakamura into the corner. I can feel my voice going, you know. What's Cody going for here? He's up on the top rope. Oh, great moonsault crossbody. And Naito, though, just standing there watching, waiting for his opportunity. And now it looks like Naito and Nakamura are colliding in the middle of the ring. Naito, big knee to the face. Big right hand as well. And again, we've got blood again. Wow. This is our 5th match, and 4 out of the 5 matches now have contained blood. It just shows the lengths that these people are going to win this championship. Koji clutch locked in there by Naito. Someone needs to break it, and Cody Rhodes does manage to break it. Naito looking for what could have been a powerbomb there, but Jay Lethal broke it up. Cody now sending Naito over the top rope. And Cody joins him outside. If Jay Lethal can take advantage here of Shinsuke. No, Jay Lethal, come on, use your head. Use your head, Lethal. You could have took advantage then. The grounded, bloody Shinsuke Nakamura. Now Lethal changes his mind and does slide back into the ring, but Nakamura drops the outside knowing that he can't be pinned. And we're going to be playing a little bit of inside-outside now by the looks of it. There we go now. Nakamura and Jay Lethal back in the ring, as is Naito as well. Lethal bringing Nakamura middle of the ring. Went for that DDT, but Nakamura fighting free as Naito on the outside. German suplex on Cody Rhodes. There's the ace crusher there by Jay Lethal on Nakamura. Can Jay Lethal take advantage? He could win the championship here, Lethal. Lethal is climbing to the top turnbuckle as Naito fully concentrated on Cody Rhodes on the outside. Jay Lethal looking for that big flying elbow drop, and he hits it. If he gets the pin here, he could win the belt. Cody Rhodes got his back to the action. 1, 2. Oh, it's 2. Only a 2 count. I thought that was it. I thought we had a brand new champion. Jay Lethal slamming on the back of the arm of Cody Rhodes. I cannot believe that Shinsuke Nakamura kicked out that big elbow drop in the situation that he's currently in with the blood and everything as well. Jay Lethal now sending Cody Rhodes to the outside. Nakamura just backing away and letting Lethal do what he's going to do, and as is Naito as well. I think they're egging him on here by the looks of it. Oh, and Lethal went to go for the dive, but Nakamura caught. Cody Rhodes caught him with the right hand. Naito taking Rhodes up into the electric chair, but Rhodes fights free. As Nakamura now with a knee strike from the middle rope. And a big kick to the gut and one to the back as well. Wow, this episode of Throwdown, I think we're blowing Mayhem out the water at the moment. I'm sure we are. What do you guys think? Are we blowing Mayhem out the water here with this show? As Nakamura now backdrop on the apron on Cody Rhodes. And we still have 2 more matches coming up for you this evening. We still have John Morrison versus Eddie Guerrero in our next match. And then, of course, a 6-man elimination chamber to become the first Throwdown champion. This card is going to go over 2 hours, I think. It's looking that it could go over 2 hours. But the quality of matches, I think, is definitely worth it. Like I said, normal shows won't be this long. This is just these first few shows are going to be just to get you into the universe mode, basically. Crown our brand new champions. Exactly sort of figure out who's on the rosters as Naito locks in the Koji clutch middle of the ring once again. Can he get out of it, or Jay Lethal hasn't even noticed the submission's locked in? That's the thing with these fatal four-ways. If Cody Rhodes taps, then Naito wins the belt. Now Jay Lethal notices, slides back in the ring. Oh, and he does manage to break out Cody Rhodes. That could have been the end of the match. That could have been Naito as the United States champion here. But now Cody Rhodes backs out the ring to try and get a little bit of a breather and attack Shinsuke Nakamura, and that leaves Jay Lethal in the ring alone with Naito now. Jay Lethal making his way up to the top rope. We've already seen him go for this against Nakamura. Lethal's going to go for it again now. No, he went for the big headbutt. I thought he was going to go for the elbow drop there. Oh my god, look at the blood. Nakamura's face now looking exactly the same as his trunks. Lethal with a pin, middle of the ring. Is this going to be enough? Two. Oh, it's only enough for a 2 count. Naito, big right hand into the side of the gut of Jay Lethal. Lethal fighting free now into an arm breaker on Naito. That could affect Naito's ability to lock in another Koji clutch potentially. I know a lot of it is your legs, but still it's a difficult move to lock in if you haven't got the right appendages to do so. Lethal now just trying to slow this match down, but Cody Rhodes comes in with a boot in the back just in case worse comes to worse, and Naito tapped out to that simple submission. Now Cody Rhodes, oh Cody, come on Cody, think about it. You were in the ring alone with the grounded, bloody Shinsuke Nakamura there for a second. Cody Rhodes running bulldog on the outside as an ambulance passed outside my house. Are they anticipating this match being so exciting that I might pass out? Jay Lethal now in the ring alone with Nakamura, both Naito and Cody Rhodes down on the outside. Can Lethal take advantage? There's a neckbreaker. Shinsuke Nakamura must be struggling with the amount of blood he's lost. And oh, come on, Lethal, you turned your back. Jay Lethal turned his back to Cody Rhodes, and there's a crossroads. Oh, wow. Wow, he's going to regret that. And now Naito locking in the Koji clutch, but Cody Rhodes breaks it up straight away. Jay Lethal's going to regret not paying attention now. He turned his back to his opponents, and Cody Rhodes just crept up straight behind him and caught him with a crossroads. Saito suplex now by Cody Rhodes. And now locking in the Boston Crab as well, but Jay Lethal breaks it up straight away. I tell you what, there's 2 or 3 matches we could have in this card to be uploaded as random matches. They're that good at the moment. Cody Rhodes with a pin. 1, 2, and Naito kicks out. Great reversal there by Shinsuke Nakamura into the crossbody. Nakamura now looking for that Regal Plex. Released Regal Plex as well. Oh, Cody, you're not paying attention. You should. You've just caught. You've caught yourself, Jay Lethal, by doing that earlier on, and you've just done the same thing yourself now. You've not learned from other people's mistakes. Cody Rhodes now fighting back against Nakamura with that big right hand. Send Nakamura into the corner. If Cody can just finish off Nakamura here. What's he going for now? Oh, great over-the-top cutter. But Jay Lethal's back in the ring now and catches Cody Rhodes into that front face slam. Jay Lethal going for now. It looks like he was trying to get up to the top, but Cody Rhodes as well to slide outside the ring. Oh, Jay Lethal just cut in front of Naito with that cutter. The aggression this match is just fantastic from both sides. As Nakamura, Kinshasa by Nakamura on Naito. Now into the pin. Jay Lethal's there though. And Jay Lethal does break up the pin. Now Jay Lethal getting around the back of... oh, Shinsuke Nakamura into the backdrop neckbreaker now. And Lethal on his way back up to the top rope. He's going to go for that big elbow drop. Cody watches and lets Jay Lethal hit that elbow drop on Naito. Cody trying to get advantage of Jay Lethal there. Jay Lethal, springboard cutter. Jay Lethal's in a great position. He's just got to pin somebody to win this match. He's going to pin Cody. Everyone else is down. 1, 2, 3. He's won it. Jay Lethal has won it. Jay Lethal is a brand new United States champion. What a match. My God. I'm thinking we've got a few random matches from this, haven't we? Jay Lethal wins the belt. He is the first United States champion here in our Throwdown Universe mode, winning a Fatal 4-Way. I said he was the wild card, honestly. I honestly thought he was the wild card for this one. But he's proved us all wrong. Taken out nearly everybody. He took out Naito with the diving elbow and then catching, of course, Cody Rhodes with that springboard cutter. Cody will not be happy being the man pinned. But what a win for Jay Lethal. What a win and what a match. And here's our next match of the evening. Trying to come down from that amazing Fatal 4. We're going to have John Morrison versus Eddie Guerrero. And of course, John Morrison will have Taya at ringside. And here we go. Our 6th match of the evening is going to be John Morrison, along, of course, with Taya, one half of the Women's Tag Team Champions. He'll be taking on Eddie Guerrero here this evening. A very interesting match. A match between two guys that are probably on the cusp of both the United States and the Throwdown Championships. And of course, Eddie Guerrero, I think we'll be using Eddie Guerrero and Octane as well. I really want to bring the best cruiserweights to Octane, so I really want to use everybody to their prime, and having Eddie Guerrero in there I think will be fantastic. I know Eddie could potentially be a main eventer here, and he will be as well. Like I said, I think every single championship in this universe mode is going to be a very good championship. It's going to be very hotly contested, and that's why I think having Eddie Guerrero in the Cruiserweight division as well as fighting it out up here as well is going to prove just how strong all the belts are. Everything is going to be... I don't know how to pronounce... I don't know how to explain it. If you look at New Japan, for example, you look at the IWGP Intercontinental Championship, it is only ever slightly below the main championship, and that's exactly what we want to see. We want to see the secondary belt being very, very close up, and even the tag team championships are going to be, especially on this roster here, we've got so many fantastic tag teams. We want to make sure that the best is there, and that the quality is there, and that the belts are really on a higher echelon. Whoever's got the belt, it needs them to be special. Unlike WWE, where certain belts are a bit like, oh yeah, they got the belts, doesn't really matter. When you hold a championship, then it needs to be worth it. It's a bit like the Intercontinental belt used to be in WWE. If you had the Intercontinental belt, you were known as probably one of the best in-ring performers in the company. Wasn't necessarily the most charismatic man in the world, but the Intercontinental Championship was always for the best wrestlers, really. And I think the amount of quality we have on the roster, I think no matter what, we're going to have some incredible champions, and the belts are just going to continue to build prestige. As long as they don't keep changing hands too often, we should be okay. So Eddie Guerrero versus Johnny Morrison. Johnny Morrison, Johnny Mundo, whatever you want to call him. Of course, Johnny Mundo really doing well over in Lucha Underground, of course, working for AAA now as well. So really an up-to-date wrestler from Mexico taking on a legendary wrestler from Mexico, if you want to take it that way. And straight away, Eddie Guerrero showing his experience, just sending John Morrison back first into the corner. Big uppercut, and it's so difficult to sort of put the best cruiserweights forward for this brand. Like I said, I'm going to put forward Will Ospreay from my brand to take on the best cruiserweight from PJ Toby's show as well on Octane in a few days' time for that first Cruiserweight Championship. And it's... Again, it's tricky because I've got Eddie Guerrero, I've got Rey Mysterio, I've got Psychosis and Juventud, I've got Jack Gallagher. I've got so many great cruiserweights that could really go for that championship. But we are putting forward Will Ospreay as our first champions-elect, should we call him. As John Morrison now looking to get back up to his feet. Now this is a really, really good John Morrison. The only thing annoying me about this one is that on the PS4, when you try and download this, nobody's got any moves for him. So I had to find a moveset online and copy that one. But I think there is one been uploaded now for him. But yeah, it's just such a good core. They've done the entrance and everything like that. I just can't understand why they didn't do the moveset. But there you go. Morrison now sending Eddie Guerrero over the top rope. Of course, I believe Taya Valkyrie and John Morrison are a couple in real life. I believe they are. Because I follow them both on Twitter and they seem to have a lot of pictures of each other on there, so I'm assuming that they are. John Morrison, phenomenal forearm, springing over the top rope. Morrison has done a fantastic job in Lucha Underground as being a heel. I think he was a pretty decent face in the first series. He always has been a pretty decent face, but this dark heel, arrogant persona, especially alongside Taya, I think is working really, really well for John Morrison. Guerrero now sending Morrison into the corner, big boot into the gut, and now one across the chest, another across the chest as well, and another one by Eddie Guerrero. Morrison with the right hand into the gut of Guerrero, and a great jumping neckbreaker. Morrison now dropping a double elbows into the face of Eddie Guerrero. And of course, Octane will be our last episode. Well, not our last episode, but it'll be the last of the first episodes, if that makes any sense. That'll be for you in a couple of days' time, along with, of course, the introduction to the roster. You'll be able to see all of the tag teams and all of the singles competitors on there. But, of course, you can always check out the blogger. There'll be a link in the description below. There's a blogger page I've created that does have all of the rosters on there. You've got a copy of the draft. You'll have all the introductions, all the champions, as well as all the upcoming news and all the results as well. So if you've missed a couple of episodes, you don't really want to have you don't really have to catch up with them, or you haven't got the time, but you want to watch the pay-per-view straight away, then just pop over to the blogger page and you'll be able to see all the results and the build-up for the pay-per-view. Morrison now with the arm drag, taking Guerrero down. Morrison now into a suplex. In for the pin, and John Morrison, although Eddie Guerrero took control of the early parts of the match, Morrison really controlling this part now. Can Eddie Guerrero get back into this one, or can John Morrison continue to dominate? I was half tempted to use John Morrison as a cruiserweight as well, but I think he is too big, in my opinion. I don't know. He's definitely got the right style, but for me it's just a bit too big for that. I think Guerrero looking for a powerbomb. Morrison does manage to break free and catching Guerrero with that tornado DDT, really spiking Guerrero. And a great cravat-style jumping neckbreaker by John Morrison. But he can't quite take advantage. He's struggling for energy. Just stamping on the back now of Eddie Guerrero. What can Morrison do? Can he potentially look for maybe even a Starship Pain? Went for a springboard frog splash. Would have been a bit of a, not an insult to use Eddie's own move against him, but a bit cheeky nonetheless. John Morrison now just taunting to the crowd. Morrison now bringing Guerrero back up, but Guerrero catching Morrison with the shoulder tackle. And now Guerrero looking to lock in. Oh, beautiful submission there. Locking the... Almost like an armbar, but almost like a seated version. Is it going to be enough to make John Morrison... His hand keeps going like he's going to tap, but I don't think John Morrison will tap to this. But he's not done a very good job of breaking free either. Guerrero continues the assault, and Morrison is finally let go. Guerrero now going to look for... I thought he was going to look for one of his patented quesadoras, but he doesn't. He's going to go for a springboard dropkick, taking Johnny down. And if Guerrero has a... oh, look at the cheek of Guerrero now. If Guerrero has a frog splash in his arsenal at the moment, then this match could be very much coming towards the end. But of course, the show's not coming towards the end. We still have for you the 6-man Elimination Chamber match to become the first Throwdown champion. Kenny Omega, Kazuchika Okada, Hiroshi Tanahashi, Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, and Chris Jericho. One of those 6 men is going to be our very first champion. Bullet Club be disappointed so far. They've had one opportunity for a belt and nothing. And there's also Chaos's first chance for a championship alongside, of course, with Okada. Guerrero now just that boot into the face of John Morrison, now dropping a knee into the back of him as well. Guerrero trying to grab the legs of Morrison. Morrison just kicking him free. Big boot into the chest by John Morrison as well. And really just slowing the pace of this match down. One where we were expecting a slow-paced match, but I think John Morrison knowing to keep Eddie Guerrero sort of grounded is the best way forward at the moment. Morrison now sending Guerrero into the corner. Guerrero fighting back with a back elbow. Morrison taking him down there with an arm breaker. Now into the pin. It might not be enough. I don't think it's going to be enough. And it is. It's only enough for the 2. Big kick to the back. Now Morrison going up to the top rope. I don't think he's positioned for Starship Pain. Maybe Morrison has something else in his locker. John Morrison just perches at the top there, but Guerrero slowly back up to his feet. But Morrison waits for him and catches that big drop kick in the face. Really great move there. Guerrero with the trip. Stomping on the back of John Morrison now as well. Guerrero taking a bit of time here. He needs to do something. He doesn't need to just sort of stand there and wait for Morrison to get back up, because that's not going to be a very good way forward for Guerrero. Over the top cutter. There we go. Now he looks like he is continuing the assault. That's what he needs to do. Oh, Guerrero looking to lock in that submission, which I've forgotten what it's called. The El Paso something or other. And John Morrison taps. John Morrison taps out to Eddie Guerrero. What I thought it intended to be quite a high-flying match has ended up becoming quite a technical war between these two. And it was a submission victory in the end from Eddie Guerrero that finishes this match off. Wow, great win here for Eddie. I said we'll probably see a little bit of Eddie over on Octane, but I think we'll definitely see him on this main show as well. I'm pretty sure that we can have a pretty damn good sort of run with Eddie Guerrero. Whether he goes towards maybe the United States champion, of course Jay Lethal, or whether he goes after, of course, our main event champion, who we're going to be crowning next. And here we go. The match I've been boasting about all night. Kenny Omega, Chris Jericho, Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, Kazuchika Okada, Hiroshi Tanahashi. 6-man elimination chamber to become the first Throwdown champion here. Here we go. It is random. Oh my god, it's random entries into the match. We started off with Jericho. Of course, Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens, although I have opted to go for the Jericho in his prime. So I've got the 2000 Jericho, the Undisputed Champion version. So, of course, if you don't know how the rules of Elimination Chamber works, 6 men are in there. Of course, 2 men start, 4 are locked away in their pods. They will enter at different aspects of the match. Different points of the match. I think it's every minute or so on this game. Anybody can be eliminated via pinfall or submission, and the last man standing will walk away with the Throwdown Championship. So you can see there in that back left pod we've got Tanahashi. The back right pod there you can see is Kenny Omega. This bottom right pod is Kazuchika Okada, and the bottom left pod is Seth Rollins. And like I said, it is random entry, so we don't know who it's going to be until the lights go off. As straight away, early on the match, oh god, I thought he was going to go for the package power driver, but Kazuchika Okada joins the match. And finally we're getting to see Okada. I've had him downloaded for so long, and I've not used him at all yet. So now we're getting a chance to see him, and he's going to be a permanent fixture here in our Throwdown roster. Unless Kevin Owens breaks his face with that big kick. So, of course, the last person out the pod is going to have a massive advantage by not being... well, by having the energy boost, I suppose. Not going to be as worn out, not going to have as taken as much damage as everyone else as well. Oh, Okada, beautiful dropkick right to the side of the head of Kevin Owens. So Seth Rollins, Tanahashi and Kenny Omega all still keeping themselves fairly fresh. But you've got stuff like that where Okada's arm just gets slammed against the mat, which is going to affect him as time goes on. Here comes someone else into the match. It is going to be Seth Rollins, which means that Tanahashi and Kenny Omega are going to be the last 2 entrants. Of course, in real life, the Elimination Chamber is a slower process. I think somebody enters every 5 minutes, I think it is. But this is a better situation now because we're up to 4. It means we've got 2 individual fights. There's a great bulldog there by Chris Jericho on Seth Rollins into the steel. Seth with the elbow and then a drop kick into Chris Jericho. And a drop kick to the back there by Okada on Kevin Owens as well. Of course, you remember it was Okada and Kenny Omega that had that 6 out of 5 star match at Wrestle Kingdom this year. And I'm sure at some point we will give them the opportunity to do the same thing once again. Jawbreaker now by Okada on Kevin Owens into a tornado DDT, a tornado neckbreaker. Seth now with a Falcon Arrow on Jericho. Here comes Hiroshi Tanahashi, which means that Kenny Omega has got the massive advantage of entering this match at number 6. Hiroshi Tanahashi, the face of New Japan for about 10 years now, working alongside Kevin Owens to potentially try and take out Okada. Of course, Tanahashi and Okada have had several 5-star matches over the past few years as well. Oh, clever move there. You see Kevin Owens just slightly move Okada out the way while Tanahashi was going for that senton. Great move there. Ended up at a crossroads there by Tanahashi. His vertical suplex by Jericho on Seth Rollins. Now Tanahashi with that reverse Bloody Sunday on Kevin Owens. And Kenny Omega's just sat in his pod, a big smile on his face, because he knows that all these guys are taking away each other's energy. And he can come in and potentially pick up the pieces. Now, here comes Kenny Omega into the match. What does Kenny Omega have in his locker here? Straight away going after Jericho, taking him over the top rope and to the outside. Big Samoan drop there by Kevin Owens on Tanahashi. Seth Rollins DDT onto the kneeling Okada. There's the pin. 1, 2, only a 2 count. Backbreaker now by Jericho on Omega. Who's going to be the first man eliminated? Again, I couldn't tell you who's going to win this match. Every single one of these guys are incredible. It literally could be any single one. I would love to see Kenny Omega win it, but again, I'm not going to be biased. I'd love to see any of these guys win it, to tell the truth. Tanahashi with a pin on Owens. Only a 2 count. Jericho sending Omega straight into the bulletproof plastic there on the pod. Jericho now brainbuster on the outside on the steel as Owens going for the pin on Okada, only enough for a 2 count. Back sent on there by Tanahashi on Kevin Owens. It's one of Kevin Owens' moves, that is. Standing shooting star press now by Seth Rollins on Okada. Went for a springboard 450 Rollins, but he completely missed it. So that was a clever move there by Kenny Omega, throwing Jericho back into the ring over the top rope, and Jericho actually landing on Okada when he came in, so doing damage to 2 people at once. Kenny Omega versus Chris Jericho, what a match that is. And it's happening right here. Oh, what a suplex. That was by Kevin Owens, just folded Tanahashi in half, and now he's going to show him what a real back senton feels like. Kevin Owens now up to the middle rope, and another senton from the middle rope. Kenny Omega up on the top rope now as well. What's he going to go for? A big splash on Chris Jericho. Referee's been down as well. Just so much stuff going on in the ring at the moment. There's the pin. 1. Don't know who the referee's counting here. But somebody's out. Who's out? Who's eliminated? The referee counted to... Jericho's gone. Kenny Omega eliminated Chris Jericho. Wow. Chris Jericho, that is a big name to be eliminated very early on. I didn't think it'd be too long before Omega went after Okada. Now Omega taking Okada up on his shoulders, but Seth Rollins trying to take advantage. Seth saying, no, I've been working over Okada for a while, Omega. You're not coming in and taking the plaudits for that. Pin here by Tanahashi on Kevin Owens on the outside. Only a 2 count though. I'm so surprised that we saw the elimination of Jericho so early in this match. And we are, well, I'm at the 2 hour mark now. When I've cut out a little bit bits and bobs, I think this is actually going to go over 2 hours anyway by the looks of it. And Omega being very clever here, just backing away and allowing Rollins and Okada to fight, and now allowing Tanahashi and Owens. Now Omega trying to sneak in and get the victory over Okada, and Omega really taking this advantage that he's got very well. And continuing to try and work that advantage as well. Tanahashi up on the top rope. We know he likes to utilize a frog splash as he's finished, and he does hit it. Beautiful frog splash. Is that going to be enough to eliminate Seth? No. Now Tanahashi does go for the pin. I think 1, 2. Oh no, Seth kicked out. That little delay there by Tanahashi for going for the pin, I think was enough to allow Seth to recuperate. Okada really busted open here. Okada taking Omega up into a tombstone. Hits the tombstone power driver on Kenny Omega. Okada now just staring down at Omega. Drops into the pin. 1, 2. Oh, no, only a 2 count. Can't believe that. He got out of that. Seth now sending Tanahashi over the top rope, crashing to the steel. And Owens joins him out there as well. Tanahashi sending Kevin Owens into the steel. Just so much stuff going on. Rainmaker clothesline. Rainmaker clothesline there by Okada. That could be the end of Omega. 1, 2, 3. And Kenny Omega is gone. Kenny Omega is gone. We are down to our final 4. Dragon suplex there by Seth Rollins over Tanahashi. There's the pin. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. So both Jericho and Omega both gone. We are down to Okada, Owens, Rollins, and Tanahashi. So Omega did not make full advantage of his bonus, being the 6th entrant into the ring. Pin here now by Owens on Okada. Big super kick to the kneeling base of Tanahashi. If Rollins can get the pin, that could be enough. Rollins bringing Tanahashi back up to his feet. Tanahashi with the shoulder block. As air raid slam on the outside on the steel there by Okada on Kevin Owens. That could be enough to eliminate Owens. No, Okada goes for a submission instead. Okada does go for the submission. Is it going to be enough, referee? Are you paying attention to this, ref? No, Owens is out now. As Tanahashi, I think, might be busted open as well, you know. Sling blade there by Tanahashi on Seth Rollins. Now into the pin he goes. 1, 2. Oh no, Seth just kicked out on the brink of 3. As Okada now dropping into the pin on Kevin Owens as well. 1, 2. And again, it's only enough for a 2 count. Kevin Owens gets around the back. Big slipping, flipping, pinning stuff. Rollins with a pedigree on the steel on the outside on Tanahashi. That could be the end of Tanahashi. A pedigree on the steel. Referee very slow to get there. 1, 2. And no, it's only enough for a 2 count. Holy hell, these 4 guys really showing that they're desperate to win this belt. DDT by Okada on Kevin Owens. Tanahashi not paying attention to Seth Rollins like he probably should be. Seth catches him, showing him into the corner. Taking him down with that combo. And now Okada. Tombstone power driver on Kevin Owens by Kazuchika Okada. But he doesn't go for the pin, he goes for the drop kick to the back instead. Why is he not going for the pin after that tombstone? Now dropping a knee across the neck of Kevin Owens. As Tanahashi looking for one of his patented dragon suplexes, but Seth Rollins breaks free. It looked like there Okada was trying to line Owens up for a rainmaker, but Seth does hit another pedigree on Tanahashi. Surely that's got to be all for Tanahashi. 1, 2, and 3 it is. Tanahashi has been eliminated. We are down to our final 3. Kevin Owens now taking Okada up into that neck breaker. And you see, it looks like almost like Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens have come to some sort of agreement. I don't know if they're worried about the quality that is Okada. Okada fighting free from Seth. Slamming him arm first into the mat, but Kevin Owens is there every time that Okada tries to get back into this one, either Seth or Kevin Owens fight back. Pop-up powerbomb by Kevin Owens into the pin. 1, 2, and 3. And there goes Okada. We are down to our final 2. Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens. Seth, quick Northern Light suplex. 2. Oh, Seth almost did it. Seth almost did it. Seth now climbing his way up onto that top rope. Frog splash by Seth on Kevin Owens. Now just choking the ground at Owens as well. Kevin Owens, big clothesline on Seth Rollins. One of these two men is going to be our first Throwdown champion. They're going to join Jay Lethal, Jade, and the Sumerian Death Squad on our championship screen. Kevin Owens, oh my word, Kevin Owens. Super German suplex by Owens on Seth Rollins. That could be enough. Owens now. There's no DQ. This all counts. 1, 2. Oh, Seth Rollins kicked out. Seth sending Owens into the corner. Owens fighting back. Catching Seth with that clubbing blow. Now, oh, a neck breaker across his knee as well. Kevin Owens really now just taking Seth Rollins to pieces. It's amazing to think that out of all the men on this roster, all the men in this match, we've ended up with a quite a realistic feud here that's been going on for the last few months in WWE. Owens slamming the knee of Seth Rollins into the mat. And again, trying to continue the assault on the legs of Seth, but Seth's back up. Oh, but Owens, quick roll up. 1, 2, 3. Owens has done it. Owens catching Seth with that quick roll up. And Kevin Owens is our brand new Throwdown champion. It has been a hell of a match, and it's been a hell of a night here in our very first episode of Throwdown. And I don't know about you, but I think we've just blown mayhem out of the water with this one. We are the SmackDown of the WWE 2K17 universe. And what a win that was. Elimination Chamber in our very first episode. We've got 4 brand new champions here this evening. Kevin Owens as the Throwdown champion. Jay Lethal is our United States champion. The Sumerian Death Squad are our tag team champions. And of course Jade winning that women's championship as well. Wow. What a night. As always, guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. Of course, if you have, then please do hit the like button. It does really help me out. And of course, if you've enjoyed what you've seen, you want to see some more, which I'm pretty sure you're going to want to. At this rate, the quality of these matches this evening, you must want to watch some more. Then please hit that subscribe button as well. Of course, like I've said earlier on the video, if you're struggling to keep up with what's going on, or the rosters, or anything like that, there is a link in the description below as well to the blogger page, which will give you all the information, up-to-date news as well as it comes through. I've been Shabby Gamer, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in a couple of days' time for our first episode of Octane.